Hi, welcome to this video in which I am going to discuss titles. Titles like Mr., Mrs., Miss, Ms., Master, Doctor, and so on. At the very outset, let me clarify a few things. And if you listen carefully, this video will enlighten you on quite a few things as far as titles are concerned. First of all, spelling. In American English, you put a dot after Mrs., Mr., or Ms. anything. But in British English, this dot is not required. Second important thing to remember is that these are titles, you can say honorific, that is used either to show a little respect. It is also used to show people's profession, as in the case of doctor. And it is also used to show the marital status of a woman. Now, let me, second thing that I would like to clarify, as I said, these are titles. Now, take the example of doctor. Now, Dr. Anand Sharma. Dr. Anand Sharma, there is no need to write or to address Dr. Mrs. Dr. Mr. Anand Sharma. There is no need. Although in India you might have come across so-called lady doctors. They write doctor and in bracket Mrs. and then their full name, like Preeti Sinha. Doctor, Mrs. in brackets, Preeti Sinha. Well, they have all the freedom to do that, but it is a little funny. In British English or in the English tradition, that is not used. Doctor is enough. But yes, I can understand, as I said in my previous video, it's a way to tell the world that yes, you are a respectable lady in society. So, they are used to show your status. Okay. First, let me take the example of Mr., which comes from the word master, which became Mr., and the short form MR. So, if you are a doctor, there is no need, as I said, to use Mr. You are Dr. Sharma, Dr. Chaudhary, or let me introduce Dr. Avdesh Chaudhary. That is perfectly alright. No need to add Mr. No need to prefix Mr. But yes, now, if the person is a lady and married lady, then you use Mrs., which has been shortened from the original word mistress. It shows that the woman is married. Now in India there is another tradition. Take the example of, as I see, Aishwarya Rai Bachchan. She has retained her maiden name. I don't know what are the laws regarding it. I have absolutely no idea. But she has all the freedom to do that. So she has retained her maiden name, Roy, Aishwarya Roy, and Bachchan, which she takes from her husband's name. So that is Mrs. Now, as the movement for women's rights arose, a need was felt that why discriminate against women, that they must reveal whether they are married or unmarried. So they found a solution. Now Mrs. you use for married women, and Miss you use for unmarried women. So a solution was found which is the combination of Miss and Mrs, and that is Ms. MS dot, which means Ms. Sharma, Ms. Davison. That means you are not revealing whether Ms. Davison is a married woman or unmarried. At this point, I may clarify a woman who is separated from her husband, divorced or whatever, she has all the right to revert back to her Miss names. And also, some women retain their maiden's name for professional reasons. So, Mr., then married woman Mrs., and then unmarried women or girls Miss. And when you are not sure, like you are writing a letter, there is one Elizabeth Jackson, but you don't know she is the chairman or she is the CEO of a company, but you don't know whether she is a married woman or not. So you will write, Dear Ms. Jackson, MS dot. Now, let me tell you one more thing. The word, the title Mr. also has its plural form, and that is Messrs. MESSRS. You might have seen shops in your towns and cities, Messrs. Das and Sons, Messrs. Chaudhary and Sons. They are that word is the plural of Mr., meaning Mr. Das and his sons, more than one, maybe, or 2, 3, whatever it is. So, Messrs. The first shop in India that took this title, you can say, was Messrs. Barrett and Company in Simla, way back in 1838, that used to sell European goods. So, Messrs is the plural form of Mr. So it could be Messrs. Das and Sons, it could be Messrs. Das and Brothers, it could be Messrs. Das and Company. Okay, now let me clarify one more thing. Master, you might have come across Master Saurabh Verma. When you are not old enough to be called Mr., the British tradition is to use Master. So Master Saurabh Verma. It is to show respect to a school-going boy or young man, show respect. Master. It is a little sounds, at least to us Indians, it sounds funny. Because, just like the school headmaster was reprimanding Master Ramesh Verma, one master reprimanding another master. So but that is the way English is. So you may ask, okay, if they are not old enough to be called Mr., then up to what age they have to be addressed as Master so-and-so? Traditionally, once you are 18 and above, then you are called Mr. Now, I can add one more thing. As I said, Mr. is the short form of Master, which became Mr. MISTER. There is one word, Mr., used as a title, either humorously or to show anger. Like sarcastically, you can say, look there comes Mr. Know-All. So when you write it in a story or somewhere, there you write MISTER to show humor. Or, Mr. Know-All, will you please get out of here? That means you are angry and you are talking to someone who seems to be claiming that he knows all. So you say, you, Mr. Know-All, will you get the hell out of it? So that is also to be learnt. Remember, Mr. So I hope that this short video on these titles helps you. Last but not least, I am going to use a word which is not a title. It is slightly different, and that is Mrs. Missus. When somebody says, my Mrs. is going to see doctor, a physician this evening, most of us think that he's talking about his wife, my Mrs., meaning MRS. No. In that sentence, it is MISSUS, pronounced as Mrs. It simply means my wife, my Mrs. Thank you very much for watching, and see you again in the next video.